Good evening, ladies and gents. It's almost Friday in Europe. Piotr here, this is Light Forex Global YouTube channel. Summary of the day and preparation ahead of the Tokyo Open. Well, without the camera, it's deeply in the night, or almost. I should be already in a bed, but I couldn't leave you without a few comments when it comes to the market. First thing first, nothing extraordinary when it comes to the Tokyo session. Nothing extraordinary when it comes to the morning in London. Then we have the job market out of the Canada, and we have PPI out of the US. But who cares, to be honest with you, when it comes to the calendar? What is most important that after initial sell-off, one of the indices, I'm talking about the Nasdaq, finishing higher. And guys, well, we were discussing this thing quite a few times. Doesn't matter what you think, doesn't matter if you are right or wrong, but market may stay longer irrational than what you afford to hold, right? Your position. So that's what we have right now when it comes to the Nasdaq. And the truth is, if you want to know the truth, I'm still, I don't know why we are going higher, right? But there are few possibilities, and let me share with you a few ideas when it comes to the Nasdaq. First thing first is this small pullback and attempt to break lower, which finally failed as everything when it comes to the Nasdaq, right? So taking this pullback into the consideration, and because of we are in a new uncharted territory, 10,000. Jeez, I'm blind. Close to 10,900, close to 11,000. That's the possible target, and that's how it looks for now, where the Nasdaq is going. But to be honest with you, we cannot rule it out. Even bigger fireworks, because here that was the breakout, right? That was the latest breakout. So in that case, this type of the move towards, I don't know, 20,000. All right, 12 and a half. It's also possible. I know you can call me crazy, but that's how it looks right now when it comes to the Nasdaq. And to be honest with you, it could be the way that we are under the broken trend line, right? And we were discussing this stuff quite a few times, that we might be under the trend line. We might not get back above the trend line, right? So it might be the retest. Finally, we are going to hit this level, maybe, and maybe we are going to see something like this. So overall, what happened today? Huge sell-off, and again, only Nasdaq survived this sell-off. There is a possibility of the megaphone formation, of the creation of the sum of intraday top during the Asian hours, right? In relation to this high around 10,900, it could be this type of the action with the breakdown and eventually lower, right? But when it comes to the Nasdaq, again, probably when it comes to the short-term time frame, buying sharpest and deep pullbacks could be the name of the game from the intraday perspective. Medium term, as I mentioned, I'm struggling a bit from the intraday perspective. if we are going to see, for example, tomorrow retest of today's low with the attempt to break these stops, right, towards the Friday, some profit taking, attempt to move lower, there is very nice consolidation, and the meat of that consolidation has not been tested, right? This type of the price action could be in place when it comes to the Nasdaq. So overall, Nasdaq got the still chance to go a little bit higher. Now, completely different story is when we are talking about the S&P. Here, FIB hold did the job, supply did the job. Overall, we were discussing this quite a few times that the old economy is much weaker than what we have when it comes to the Nasdaq, right? And here, after the test of the supply, big level of the big supply level, right now after attempt to recover, we did 1-to-1. I'm very curious what's going to happen tomorrow. Overall, from the weekly chart perspective, that's the weekly open. We were trying to break the weekly open today. We were very close. Attempt to build lower shadow because of previous Friday pullback, which been broken on Monday, right? So it works as a possible demand, but also that's the latest breakout, right? So a little bit of the demand been visible here, right? So looks like all eyes tomorrow at today's low. If we are going to break below and close, that's gonna be weekly and daily close below, that might be significant development, but that's the conservative approach, meaning that we have to wait and see what's going to happen by tomorrow. Now, I'm going to watch very carefully the session tomorrow. All right, I see some kind of the supply around 3,170.75. Okay, and it could be some kind of the, as you can see, 1-to-1 action towards these levels, and with some kind of the negative information, maybe there is a chance we might end up the week a little bit lower. Now, opposite, if you are a bullish on the stocks, right? So what you are looking for, you are looking for this weekly open blue dotted line to hold, all right? And you are looking for this over under, okay? So you are looking for this type of the price action and higher without moving below 3,125, right? I don't want to talk about the COVID here. You can do your homework, you can check the numbers. Stocks is like the virtual reality right now, and everything else is like our real life world. Anyway, euro dollar, the FX market is a little bit more, just a little bit more predictable here. We were talking about the euro dollar this morning. I've been stopped out on longs. I've been trying to trade the longs as we were discussing, right? So I've been trying to be active somewhere around these levels, right? And then again somewhere around this level. So I've been trying to be active around 1340 and 1310. In both cases, I took the hit. So well, from a euro dollar perspective, it was not that great day for me, okay? But we also discussed that in case of this type of the close, we are probably immediately opening again a retest of the yearly open. I'm very curious how they wanted to trade that tomorrow, because let's switch to the daily chart. Huge rejection, to be honest with you. The daily close well below the 50% of the yesterday range, right? So we got back inside the Tuesday, right? So here is the weekly open, and right below weekly open we do have the yearly open, right? Weekly open and yearly open. So 1241, 1215 possible levels. Again, the upper shadows did the job. So upper shadow, upper shadow, upper shadow, shadows, 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 right? So looks like we got back inside the old range. So the retest of the low could be in place. Curious what is going to happen during the Tokyo hours, but then I'm gonna be try to trade London and beginning of the New York session. Well, for now, downside could be the name of the game. In that case, how I'm going to join? Well, looks like some levels close to 13. 15, 13, 25. That could be the first attempt to try to short euro dollar. Where the buyers of course around the 1240 and 1217. So then we got back into the old range. Finally, a little bit of the relief when it comes to the sellers on the cable. All right. Huge pullback, so it's an upper shadow when it comes to the daily chart. Upper shadow in a very crucial level, all right, because that's what we've seen here. That's what we've seen here. Okay, that's what we've seen here and here. Oops, sorry. That was the crucial levels, and today we've seen some kind of the rejection. So possibility of the creation of the swing high could be the name of the game for tomorrow. And to be honest with you, talking or trying to compare euro dollar to the cable, I do prefer selling cable, but of course any positive or very positive sentiment, it could turn out we might see higher levels when it comes to the cable. Pound is reacting as a commodity currency right now. Risk on, pound strongly higher, risk off, pound strongly lower. So that's what I'm gonna to watch tomorrow because it's end of the week. We started summer holiday, end of the week, so I'm gonna to look for the most liquid assets. I'm gonna to try to avoid some kind of them dodgy assets with low liquidity. Of course, if necessary, I'm going to make the morning update for you guys if we are going to have some fireworks during the Tokyo session. Have a great one, and well, wherever you are, either have a good trading Tokyo session or have a great night, and see you around. Take care and goodbye, guys.